Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Bolu. Yeah, it looks like we had the same idea there, huh? You went on just when I went on, exactly the same time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Yeah, you will need this one.
What happened there? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Gauranga, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Rama, Rama, Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Rama, Rama, Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hey Krishna, oh my Lord Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Woo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Gauranga Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. What a lovely way to worship God, man. Whoa, big spiritual advancement like this. Singing and dancing. Wow, what a great path, huh? It's wonderful. Ooh, I love it. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, my Lord. Thank you, Prabhupada. Thank you, Jesus. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, oh, my Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Oh, Krishna. Krishna. Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ooh. Gauranga. Ooh. like I'm feeding Krishna. Am I dreaming or something? Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Let's see here. Hare Krishna, Gauranga. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Okay. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Oh, I know what I can do here. I'm looking things out here. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Oh man. Okay. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Alright. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Ah. Hmm. Ah. Hare Krishna, everybody. Everyone. Yeah, I was realizing this pastime with Mother Yashoda and Krishna. It's like he's sucking the milk out of her breast, right? So illustrate. It's just, he's sucking on the devotion, her devotion, and and they're in connection, very intimate, right? And they got the devotion going, this, and that's chanting is like this. Chanting is Krishna's name; he's right there, and the devotion is manifesting, and it's just like feeding Krishna. I mean, I saw that so clearly. It's like, yeah, that's what it is, man. I love this esoteric understanding of the highest pastimes. It's amazing. Uh, yeah, that's what it is, and that's Vrindavan. That's what's going on there. They are so attracted to Krishna. The attraction is awakened. That's why you have to come in the line to really get this. I don't know how else you can get this kind of. Yeah, it's relation, with it. His unusual, very intimate relation with Krishna. Yeah, yeah. Oxytocin. Yeah, but no. See, it's more yoga maya because oxytocin is to do with the material body. See, and this is spiritual body. This is eternal. Oxytocin is this, world of Maya for the procreation of the species. It's not real. It's not true love. True love is this eternal, right? Because this is the immortal. Is always going deeper and in this. It's both deeper in this love and deeper in this understanding, of God and his, especially in Vrindavan, and more of his sweetness, his beauty, and you know, yeah, stuff, these kind of things. Yeah, those attracted in opulence, they do that deeper in his opulent feature. His opulence is expanded. Those like his greatness. Here, his sweetness expands. It's more. It's the most attractive to Krishna, God Himself, and His devotees who are from that realm. So we get to go there, and become part of that here, even. It's amazing, amazing. I didn't know every day we're actually, you guys, we're just coming to the temple here. Many of us are pujaris. That's all I'm doing. I'm just a pujari here. I didn't know that. Blowing the conch. Blowing your nose is blowing a conch. My God, where's that? See, now that would impress me. If I see some Vaishnavas devotees blowing their nose, I say, oh, here's a real pujari who knows the full extent of being a pujari. See? And the eyes are the conch full of water. See, water, full of that water, the tears. Eh, and feeding Krishna in this way, feeding him love, devotion, and creating the deity just by chanting the name. You don't need any physical object, just chant his name and boom, he's there, and you're a pujari and you're feeding Krishna in the way he wants to be fed ultimately. I mean, he's not satisfied this other external, doesn't satisfy him. He even said, that kind of worship doesn't is what you're feeding me. Where's the intimacy? I want to be up close and personal. I want that love. That's my food. Man, that bhakti, devotion. See? It's fun. See, we don't on our own. You can't just manifest it like it has to manifest spontaneously by the process. Being in the process, association, the right association. If you want to worship like this, yeah. Otherwise, you just go and think you know all about devotional service. And we'll just go on preaching here. People can go on thinking, like Al Wolf, we know all about bhakti. And, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Hare Krishna was, oh yeah, Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi. I thought I'd read a little, let's read a little of this. I haven't done this in a while. Obeisances to the glory of Sri Vishnu Banu's daughter. Even Brahma, Shiva, and all the demigods cannot attain the pollen of her lotus feet. Her merciful glance showers the best of all nectars. Obeisances to the glory of Sri Vishnu Banu's daughter. Even Brahma, Shiva, and all the demigods cannot attain the pollen of her lotus feet. Her merciful glance showers the best of all nectars. I meditate on the dust of Sri Radha's feet, dust that even Brahma, Shiva, Shukadev, Narada, Bhishma, and a host of the great saints cannot see, dust that has limitless power, and dust that at once transforms the Supreme Personality of Godhead into Sri Radha's submissive servant. We'll circle back to that. I'm going to read something else right now. I don't know why, but let's just do it. Okay. This is Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. It's in chapter 2, chapter 1. Sages. A second. Whoops. No, I didn't want that. Hare Krishna.
Can you please tell us what you read, Guru Maharaj?
Oh, yeah. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto and 11th chapter.
Okay, thank you.
Lord Krishna's entrance into Dwarka. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sutta Goswami said, upon reaching the border of his most prosperous metropolis, known as the country of the Anartas, Dwarka. What an interesting name, country of the Anartas, Dwarka. The Lord sounded his auspicious conch shell, heralding his arrival and apparently pacifying the dejection of the inhabitants. Okay, so let's see here. Put this here. Pacifying the dejection of the audience. There she is, River. Welcome. Good morning. Yeah. So, word for word, Sutta Uvacha. Sutta Goswami said. Sutta Goswami said. Anartan, the country known as Anartan, Dwarka. Sa, he, Upavera, reaching the border of Swadan, most prosperous Janapadan city. Swatakan, his own Dandu sounded. See, his city. Isn't that it's amazing? This is his city. Most prosperous. See, this is a city. This is our city. Our city is being built on Krishna and Radha and Krishna, isn't it? You know, this is temple, city, all this. It's all internal. He's building a city here. See, and it's prosperous. You notice prosper. The devotees prosper. The Lord's trying to teach the living entities. You want to prosper, you got to get back into relationship with Him. Okay? And worship the Lord like this. And so the inhabitants of Dwarka were so powerful, man, you know, because they had love for Krishna, love for God. What do you think Jesus's secret was? You think he was prosperous because of his own? Do you think his descendants are all over the place now because of his own? No, it's because of his relationship with the Lord. The same thing, Dhruva Maharaj. The Lord gave him a whole kingdom. All these people, you know, their king is Dhruva Maharaj, who got the benediction of the Lord. The Lord's making everybody kings and queens. That's how amazing it is to come back to the Lord. Okay, so follow the big brother and big sisters who are in that relationship now, that transcendental relationship with its symptoms. Okay, and then you'll prosper. This is prospering and prospering in devotion, prospering in revelation and intimacy with God, prospering in understanding what everything's all about, prospering in the happiness of serving God in an ecstatic mood. To me, that's prosperity. That's wealth, isn't it? Yeah. See, you know how people build cities, they building structures and everything. They become part of a city. You know, that's here. You notice? Skyscrapers are going up here every day. You notice? Skyscrapers, transcendental ones. They don't fall, they don't go down. Yeah, but you got to keep building it in the city. You know, this is a city. You know, we're together. It's a what do you call? You know, cities. Can you imagine the one sky people wanting? No, I just want to take my skyscraper out and have it stand alone there. How come it's always about, you know, cities, temples, and churches of people with like mind? You know, the whole city was worshiping Krishna and we're prosperous. They were all on the same page. You go to Vaikuntha, there's zillions of people worshiping Vaikuntha now, worshiping that authorized Lord who's eternal. You go to Vrindavan, also zillions of people are worshiping that same Lord in a different form. Okay? Look how many Christians are worshiping Jesus Christ and they're getting life, some life from that. Isn't it amazing? What? Go ahead. What?
Yeah, it needs to be a living city in a living land.
Living city. Yeah, see, that's the guy. We have to have the living God, not just, otherwise it's external. It's just outside. You're outside. Who wants to be outside? Don't you want to be inside the city? You know? But you got to, you know, the gatekeeper, again, the door, the gatekeeper, always the same thing. You got to go through the gatekeeper, you know, the guy who opens the fortress door so you can get in. See, they're in the city, so you have to, you know, those who go in the door become the shepherd of sheep. That's why the witness program, yeah, it works. I'm in the city, and you go out and you canvass. You go, isn't that we go on Sankirtan? We go outside of the city basically to bring people in the city. You know, we're like the heralds, you know, with the conchs, you know, Hare Krishna, come into the city. Everybody's on the outside thinking, I don't know, why should we go in the city? And you show them, you show them how beautiful it is. They're all there sitting out there, you know, outside the city, you know, and you're in there, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You know how many people yesterday, even that little time I was out there, God, it's so friggin' hot, man. Like, just doing like a half an hour is like, you know, but still, you know, half an hour, you know, people were like, wow, where are you at? Yeah, I'm in the city here, man. It's great. come in the city, come chant with us. Basically he's saying that a lot of people won't come right away, but in due course they'll come. Because we're in the city, right? We're in the prosperous metropolis of Krishna. It's wonderful. It's amazing, man. See, I mean, I love this. I mean, I can't seem a better, like, some people, I really love going to school. Yeah, I do too, man. But this is the school I love. I come here every day, man. And I look at these pastimes and this is a revelation here. Nobody has ever, this is all new. Nobody, the books were this has not been revealed. It's not in Prabhupada's purport, nothing. But it's real. It's right. See? That's what a person came up to Prabhupada and said, well, after you finish the Bhagavatam, what are you going to do? He said, I'm going to write more Bhagavatam. He says it's endless, purports upon purports upon. That's a devotee, man. That's a person that is an associate of Krishna living in the metropolis of Vrindavan. It's a metropolis there. I like that metropolis better. It's more informal. I don't like formalities. I never did. You used to give me a psychedelic T-shirt, I'm okay. It was like that. Gopa Kumar, it's the same thing. That he went to the prosperous metropolis of Vaikuntha. You Brihat Bhagavatamrita. You all can read this. You want treasure. You guys are getting qualified. You got treasure. You got boundless treasure. Go read Brihat Bhagavatamrita. Gopa Kumar gets into the prosperous metropolis of Vaikuntha, very opulent and all this. And they said, oh, you're a worshiper of Narayan. That is the most exalted thing and all that. And they're all 4 arms and majestic and nice clothes, definitely nice, pristine, gold and fibers and everything. And Gopa Kumar's got his little forest dress on, and he wouldn't change it. Adopt the 4 arms. No, I just like the 2 arms. I just like to wear my little forest attire. See, that's Vrindavan devotee. They don't care about these big formalities. Matter of fact, he didn't like this formal worship of Krishna. What is this? They're all, Vaikuntha Nath. So he just jumped right on the altar and embraced the Lord and started kissing him. I like that kind of stuff better. It's more intimate. Lalita knows what I'm talking about. River knows what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Crazy.
See those red lips, man. Red lip bhakti. kissing business. Jivaz, yeah, this face is unusual, uncommon.
It's the mirror of the soul, I think.
yeah, it's a mirror of the soul, man. You can see those deities, when they're, there's some deities of Radha, that are very, very rasic and they're very full of ras. That's her eyes. I like that. Yeah. I don't have to look at any. I like to look at the living deities. Well, they're all living in sense, but this is the best. There he is, the wayward child. I heard about you lately. Stay out of trouble. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. So anyway, auspicious conch shell. There we go. See the nose blowing. Isn't that amazing? That's a revelation to me. I've never thought about that. I've been blowing my nose for years. It never came to me until recently.
It has a sound.
Yeah. And the water, the eye sockets, the water. Where do you, it's never been explained, these things. These are all new revelations, man. You should write these things down, man. This is, yeah. Tesham of them, vishanam, dejection, samanyam, pacifying. See, dejection. When you get attached to Krishna, it's like, if you feel some separation, it's like, it's like, where is the Lord? Because you want that communion, and that gives you the impetus to pray and to take, to what do you call, yearn for the Lord. Yeah, Srivas he followed the path of japa. Actually, I learned this in some of these books. He was his way of communion with God. He would chant japa a lot, and it says that his chanting was full of this yearning to meet with Krishna, and therefore he would, because people are yearning for the wrong darn things in this world. They're yearning for material stuff. See, but when you are yearning, see, this is the thing that's called spiritual greed. This is the only way to attain Krishna, and you attain this opulence of spiritual greed about being around greedy devotees. You see how they worship, and then you yearn to worship like them, and then Krishna reciprocates and gives you what you want. That's the secret of success for Yamuna. It was never enough for you. I want more, I want more. You see, and then so the Lord starts to reciprocate. Okay? So this is eagerness. This is what you get in this special thing, because the rules and regulations is not enough to spark such an intense eagerness. You notice it's just, well, you're kind of going through the motions because you're supposed to, and you don't want to go to hell, and you're not necessarily feeling like, wow, my life and soul is this communion with God. See, it's not at that level. See, but if you want to get to that level, you got to see devotees whose life and soul is this communion with God. See, and then you start yearning for it, and well, the Lord may not reciprocate right away, but just the yearning is the only way that brings Krishna. Really, you don't want him; he's not coming in that way. I mean, if you just want, give me more rules, and every year you get more rules, those gurus would oblige you. Oh, more rules you want? Oh, no problem, man. Keep you busy.
It's a form of glorification, this yearning.
Oh yeah, the Lord's the Lord is yearning for his devotees, communion. School has just imposed on us. Yeah, school has just imposed on us to become a valuable economic product. Yeah. And here where we become really valuable economic products for Krishna, products of devotion, and then this goes on forever. This never wears out. Yeah. Oops. What happened here? 1-1. Yeah. And the Lord sounded his auspicious conch shell, heralding his arrival. So there you go. This is why you see Lord in Chaitanya Bhagavat, it's funny, devotees don't know any of this. If you want to know any of this, you got to see devotees who are engaged in what Lord Chaitanya was engaged in. Otherwise, you can't know. See, he blew his auspicious conch shell, heralding his arrival. Okay? So Lord Chaitanya, he would be blowing his nose constantly, heralding the arrival of Krishna, just arriving a lot. See, that's the arrival of Krishna. If you're not blowing your nose, he's not that close yet. When he's arrived, the nose blowing begins. See? Isn't that amazing? See, right there in the verses. And Lord Chaitanya was blowing his nose constantly. He needed a servant. His servant was it Sridhar. He would go and he'd hold the cloth while the Lord, because the Lord was arriving all the time and was there, but just constantly staying there. Can you imagine having a closeness with God that sometimes I have to push the Lord away? It's just too intense. I don't know about you guys, but you think I just want to always be. I can't. Hey man, it's enough. You know, enough's enough. you know, this. This and just let me kind of like uh, cool down a little bit. This is intense. This no wonder Mother Yashoda puts the baby down sometimes.
Where you read that he's exhausted himself. Radha
Yeah,
and Krishna both exhausted, so yeah, it's
they're both.
reflecting
Yeah, it
on
reaches
us.
a point. Okay, that's enough for a while. And you just kind of just hum along. In this bliss. This this is the life of devotee. This is what we're here to do. This is why I never fit in the world. I never could fit in. Nobody. I didn't, where's my place in this friggin' world? Nobody. You know. No, I just didn't relate. Couldn't. Everybody seems so mundane. Interested in the world and commuting to work and hard. I never was into that, especially after I connected with Jesus. I had that experience with Christ. No, my whole life changed. I just immediately, I just didn't care about anything material anymore. I started living in vans, come down, sometimes just going homeless. I felt so great just going down the street. I just gave all my possessions. I just loved this St. Francis mood at that time. Just give away, just walk down the street, depend on God. It was wonderful, man. So it's more or less been like that. I had no health insurance, nothing. Whatever comes, comes. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. So what? Who cares? I don't know. I feel successful, man. The Lord keeps me alive, keeps me going. So I was saying to, River, she says, well, I was going through, well, hey, you're here today. That's great. It's amazing. Yeah, another day to relish, another day to go deeper, every day. You're like Mars Parikshit now, he had 7 days. You don't know. He can die today, tomorrow. We're all kind of like that. I might go before you, who knows? You're still around, and then we don't know. Doesn't matter. This is another day to worship Krishna. Isn't that great? Fantastic. you know? Especially, I'm amazed I got to this place where it's so juicy, so effective now. It's like you take a medicine that's effective. Isn't that great to have effect? Usually I take vitamins. Does it work? Who the hell knows? Chanting used to be more or less like that I think for a lot of people. Is it working? I don't know. Maybe you could, but it's safe to do it, because, the scriptures say I'm going to go to heaven or something, get a human birth. But this, oh my God, man, it's effective, man. There he is. There's God. I love that, man. This I want to share with the world, man. It's so fantastic to have this relationship with that God that created all the universes, and you have intimate. You're on intimate terms with that you think it. People think they're a friend of President Trump, and they even trumpet. Wow, I'm a minister of Trump, and I'm a friend of Trump, and you think that's something? This is better than a million Trump friend, being a friend of a million Trumps. This is what we're going to make clear to people in this world. That's called preaching. Show people what's really valuable. And they think all this colored glass and worthless shit stuff is important, is valuable. But this is value, man. This is what Lord Chaitanya came to show. What's really valuable. See? So the more value we extract out of this, the more the world is getting automatically. Yeah, religion, government, want a mask. Yeah, that's what you get. If that's your big brother, big government, hey man, it's the Lord's potency. I have no beef with that. That's good. Thank you very much for teaching the truth indirectly. We'll straighten it out and make it clear. That's your big brother. That's our Lord's Maya. It's his. And if you don't worship the Lord, he's trying to help people. Hey, man, you'll get out of that. Your government will be your big brother. And the government is mean right now. He's changed his attitude. You notice? The government represents the supreme personality of Godhead like that. And he's in a mean mood. And if you people continue to listen to that Maya, Maha Maya, they will be miserable, and they already are. And a lot of people have suicided out. They're taking drugs, these pharmaceuticals to buzz along in the world so they can hold it together. And alcohol, they're becoming alcoholics. So much alcohol is being sold just to numb people. That's what you get. Big Brother in the Maya is not a great proposition. But Big Brother and the Big Sisters, that's what they're here for, is to bring you to the transcendental Lord and be happy forever. So it's your choice, man. You want big brothers and sisters here in the Sangha, are big brothers. We're big brothers even to ISKCON. They don't know it. We're big brothers to Gaudiya Smriti and sisters to them, showing them the deeper path. We're showing them. Not talking about it like the Gaudiya Smriti, the big, we're there they're talking about Radhe. No, you're going to want to see Radhe. You come here, see it reflected in the worship here. The intimate worship of Radha and Krishna is manifest here. Not just ecstatic mellows that talked about the highest goal of life. Spontaneous love of God is manifest here. Anybody wants it, you better come here, because I haven't seen it anywhere. They talk about it and you think that's it. This is the problem. They think that's it, but we're going to show them what it is. We're here to show them what it is. Not, they speculate, well, I think it's in the mind, Radha. Ooh, I memorized all the verses. No, it's like this. People don't know Vrindavan. They got to see it, man. They got to hear about it. When it makes more sense than all the baloney going on here and all the speculations going on here, and then you found the real path. The real path are the devotees worshiping like this in intimacy and ecstasy. It's always been like that. You need an experienced guide out of this jungle here of illusions. They're out of the jungle. They come back in the jungle and extract people. Yo, you want to come out of the jungle? Jungle of crocodiles of all these various theories and speculations, even in ISKCON and in all these movements. Hey, man, it's only the experienced devotee who's experiencing devotional mellows, relishing this intimacy, and you can see it, and you can be confident this guy will get me out. So when you get tired of all the bullshit guides, you ever go to India and you ask for directions, they just don't want to, look like they don't know anything. That's ISKCON. That's a lot of this stuff. They want to look like they don't know anything. When you're tired of that, see? Because like in India, they'll tell you, oh, yeah, you want to go to Vrindavan? Yeah, come to my guru, man. Yeah, he'll go this direction. This will get you right there. And you go the direction, you don't get there. You need an experienced guide. You want to go to Vrindavan, you got to find the manifestation of Vrindavan in this world. The Dham here is the devotee worshiping like they do in Vrindavan. In intimacy and ecstasy. Okay? Therefore, they have the right understanding, just like Bhagavad Gita 10:10 again. To those who worship Krishna in the loving ecstasy of Vrindavan, you'll get to Vrindavan. Otherwise, you won't. Nobody knows. You can't speculate your way there. It doesn't work. You need the experienced guide that's in Vrindavan, and they come back into the jungle out here. They go outside the door and canvass. Anybody want to go to Vrindavan? Anybody believes this preaching? You come here 30 days even, and you start to see all the bullshit you've been believing in out there in the jungle. And then you hear the solid truth and be set free of Vrindavan. You'll understand how to discern the solid truth. You'll hear the real Bhagavatam. Most people haven't heard it yet. Solid truth, man. I like that. Don't you like solid? That's solid. You know, speculation is not solid, man. It's not solid at all. See, heralding his arrival, apparently pacifying the dejection of. See, the yearning is there. The Lord arrives. See, when the devotees are blowing your nose, you'll get all this. When you have this experience, you'll see, oh, you're blowing your nose. That means the Lord is there. You know it's there. And people can see. You want to learn how to see the Lord's arriving somewhere? You think you just go to the temple and you go, boo, boo, with that conch shell there. And then they open the curtain. That is so friggin' external, isn't it? How long are you going to be satisfied with that? Oh, the wrath of the Lord, yeah. No, the Lord is looking for it. This is why Lord Chaitanya came here. He's looking for the blowing of the nose conch shell is heralding his real living arrival. Not some external show, the curtains open, external curtains, external dress, everything external. See? What is the difference in that and going to the church with the Pope there, who's usually a pedophile lately, and there have been pedophiles in the ISKCON, right? Haven't there? Am I saying something that is not historical? Isn't there court cases against this now? Millions of dollars? See? What is the difference of going to these kind of places and you go and get that external wafer? It's just a friggin' dry wafer with some grape juice on it. And you think, wow, I've got the communion between me and Jesus Christ. Did you really get it? And you go to the temple and they open the curtains and you see the flowers and all of that stuff. Wow, I got Darshanadi. Did you really get it? How would you like to get it like this? You are the temple and you're the pujari. You blow your nose because the Lord has arrived. And anybody looking, they're getting the real living darshan. See? And then they get the word, man. You see the word. The word exposes the difference between external worship and internal worship. Okay? And only the less intelligent, oh, see, Gohar, he's criticizing ISKCON. I ain't criticizing anything. I'm just seeing, is anybody greedy? Anybody really want this kind of worship? I'm just canvassing. Because if you like that, you think, oh, that's enough for me. I just want to go every day and hear the pujari dressed real nice, took his bath 3 times. I didn't even take a bath, man. The Lord doesn't care. He doesn't seem to care. I just come here, chant the holy name, and then the party begins, and the conch shell goes. The offering of the water there, the inflamed heart of passion for God is there. He didn't even seem to care that I didn't take a bath. But those guys, they got to take their bath. External bath. I take my internal bath, man. God just comes. He comes, oh, hey, didn't take it. I don't care, man. Yeah, anybody interested, greedy for this kind of worship? Not yet? Well, we'll just keep poking your nose into our thing. Even 5 minutes every once in a while, just to see how offensive Gaur Hari Das is. Yeah, I like the ecstasy that you guys are getting, but I don't like his preaching. Oh, well, it's a package deal here. Yeah. Some devotees have a rough nature. I just have a rough nature, man.
It's because of your rough nature that we got this.
Hey, man, I had to
You're real.
fight for this, man. I had to fight Maya, man. It wasn't pretty. It's not pretty at all. Ask a lot of my critics out there. Hey, you see, he did this, he did this, he did this. I was fighting Maya to this, to this point. Fighting for my life. My life is this, what I got. Fighting now for your lives. Yeah, why not? Okay, what else can we extract from here? Uh, yeah, apparently. So, yeah. Anyway, that's a beautiful verse. So, purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. The beloved Lord was away from his own prosperous metropolis of Dwarka for a considerable long period because of the battle. Yeah. And thus the inhabitants were overcome with melancholy due to separation. When the Lord descends to the earth, his eternal associates come with him, just as the entourage of a king accompanies him. Yeah, yeah. You notice, so there's some distance there, and the country of Anartas. There are Anartas still there, but they had attraction to Krishna. So sometimes he would stay away a longer time. That happens here also. With the more intimate devotees, the Lord doesn't stay away that long. You notice the obstacles aren't there. Maybe a little demon here or there. You just battle the demon, and the Lord's back. See, so there's this communion, continuous, more, union separation. And it's not like, so in the Vrindavan, it's like that. And it becomes so profound that when the Lord left Vrindavan, because they were so purified and so intimate, that the Lord left and they didn't even go with him. They could have went with him, but they didn't want to go to metropolis of Dwarka. They didn't want to go and see that Ras with the Lord. With the formality of it and all that, because he'd be there and they're all, oh, you're so great, Krishna, you're king. Oh, I would never think of touching even your shoes or anything like that. They didn't like that, in that of intimacy. They wanted, so they said, okay, well, you're going, but we're not leaving here. I'd rather be with devotees of you, and we can discuss your intimate pastimes, because they couldn't do that there. Nobody knew them. Only those were there. They rather sit and discuss, and then the Lord would come internally to them, like he does here. Worship and separate. That's what we're doing, basically. We're drawing the Lord by talking about him, chanting his name. See? And you notice I'm not attracted to going to, you could say the temples are more like that, external, more distance from the Lord. I don't care. I'd rather not go to the temple personally and be around those who are worshiping the Lord. Oh, open the curtain, and then if I cry a tear or something, they're going to go, what are you doing, man? That's offensive. I already been there, done that. We're dancing for the Lord, in ecstasy. I'd rather be here. Look we've got our own community. Even on the internet, it's working. People are getting strength. People are making spiritual advancement. Isn't that what it's all about? Yeah. There's one guru who says, oh, you can't, this doesn't work. You can't do this. You have to be in physical presence. Well, I don't know. That doesn't sound like you're an experienced person. This is working. I come here every day. It's so juicy. It's so amazing. Every day making progress, going deeper, people getting spiritual strength, just like you were in the same room with somebody. Look Govinda, he stays strong. All the devotees that are faithful in what we're doing. The only weak ones are the ones who really don't, they either don't come, or they're, just like they get into, everybody, to be honest with you, they're into other things too. It's they got their little foot in all the different boats, and the Lord shows me. I mean, I just look at, I'm observing. And I see the weak ones here are the ones, oh, I'm a little invited. I got to go to the temple, and then I come here, and I go to the temple. And I like the temple. And they stay weak, or they go, I got to be with Jesus. They go to the churches, and then they come here. But they don't come here so often. And they stay, oh, yeah, so they stay kind of, they don't get the resolve. They got, they're mixing alloy. I was converted by Jesus. I was in the kingdom of God, but you don't hear me, preaching all the time about these concepts of Christ. They were the foundation to move us deeper, just like I don't stay in Vitae. I don't go here and preach Vitae. I'm here to preach this glorious Lord Chaitanya's gift. He's the latest avatar. What are you spinning your wheel with Jesus Christ teachings, the basics? Even St. Paul said about that. He would teach them and progressively. And then he says, God, I was just giving you the milk before. Now the meat you're not taking. Okay? So anybody, if you got to want to be unalloyed Vrindavan devotee, you got to move on. The weak ones here, I see them. They got their feet into all these different boats. Why not just be with this mission? And preach to the devotees of Jesus what we're doing. I mean, what are you standing for? Well, I'm standing for it all. Well, then you don't know what we're doing very clearly. You got to come. You come here and you get all in. Then you can contribute to others. Otherwise, what do you got to give anybody? We're here to give what Jesus Christ didn't give. He didn't give all of this. What he did, he got everything going, and he led me to Prabhupada. I was overjoyed. Even with Jesus, I was still not clear. And therefore, and then I got Prabhupada's books, beginning of my progressive clarity and clarification. Of the kingdom of God and how it works and all these amazing things. There's treasures here. So if anybody wants to get strength, and if you wonder why can't I preach what we're doing? Well, the ones who do preach, you see, like River, she's there. Lalita's there with us. She's not up and feet on all these other places. That's why she's so ecstatic. The Lord, trusts her intimately. Oh man, I'm giving myself to this lady. See, her heart is like focused, one-pointed. Or anybody else here, Govinda. Look at Govinda. These persons are strengthening to be around, aren't they? Isn't it nice to have Govinda's association? When you go, the guy he's one-pointed. But not narrow-minded. This kind of one-pointedness gives you the broadest liberality. You can liberally distribute mercy that nobody else can do. Look at this. Muslims can come here. Christians can come here and benefit. I don't need to pull and, I'm here to offer something. I'm all in with Lord Chaitanya. And I'll take the verses of the Quran if I ever, study that book. I haven't done that yet. Or the Bible, and make them clear. Because of being all in with Lord Chaitanya. Jesus loves this. He's so happy. I know he is. Prabhupada's happy. Lord Chaitanya's happy with this. How many servants do they have like this? Okay. So, got a little on a tangent there. All right, what else? Yeah. So when the Lord descends to the earth, his eternal associates come with him, just as an entourage of a king accompanies him. And they cannot bear separation from the Lord for even a moment because of intense affection for the Lord. Thus, the inhabitants of the city of Dwarka were in a mood of dejection. See? So again, the more internal we get in our worship, look at this. We don't have to be like an external Dwarka and waiting, like, I don't know, maybe it was 2 years for the Lord to come. every day. Blow the conchs, though, the conch is being blown, the Lord is here. Isn't that amazing? Not have to wait long distance. See, these are all external pastimes describing the internal situation of a devotee. See, it's all about internal bhakti. That's people are getting, yeah, where are you going to get this? The confidential meaning of all these scriptures, these revelations, where? Otherwise, you just read it like a storybook. Oh, yeah, Krishna came to Dwarka and all that. Proof that a person is really an associate of the Lord, a real spiritual master, a real acharya, is they can reveal the internal nature of these scriptures. That's proof that they got the Lord's association. Otherwise, you can't do this. If there is no pure, loving, ecstatic worship, you cannot reveal these things. You'll just have a nice class. Oh, yeah, the Lord and Varnashram Dharma and all this. And you take these verses and it stays external. You don't understand all the internal things going on in what they're like codes. See, that's what am I explaining? The internal meaning of everything in Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Leela and all these things. Where are you going to get this? See, people don't know what treasure is. Treasure is what's being dispersed here. When you see this as treasure, now you're on the same page with Lord Chaitanya and the real devotees in the spiritual dimension of consciousness, whether they're here or there, it doesn't matter. They're all on this kind of page. This is their treasure. People don't know what treasure is. You got to find people, they relishing this treasure, tasting this treasure. It's the only way. And speculation, you can't do it, man. You have to have this potency. And the only practical way is you got to get it in the line now. Because either you brought it in from your past life, let's see it. Where is it? Oh, I got it from my guru. Yeah, let's see it. Where is it? Because it's only going to come through the Madhavendra Puri type guru, who is an ecstatic personality with transcendental ecstasy, and Ishvara Puri, who got it from in the line. See, ecstatic line. Where, all of a sudden it's changed now? The real line is changed into metamorphosized into this checklist thing is a real line, a real guru. No, the real line, look back there, man, 550 years. There was Madhavendra Puri. And he was ecstatic. And Krishna came to him, said, because of your ecstatic love, I'm going to deliver the world. You see? And then Ishvara Puri and so many others got it. And some didn't also. The real line. Lord Chaitanya got it from Ishvara Puri. See, comes in the ecstatic line. Lord Chaitanya became very ecstatic and passed it on to the world. How? Well, he just liberally preached. He just went out and did prema sankirtan. People could see he would roll into South India and he'd be laughing and crying, kind of like we do here amongst ourselves, laughing and crying and everything, and share the videos. And whoever would say, oh, wow, what are you doing? Oh, well, then he preaches bhakti cult. Yeah, this is the intimate worship of just what we do here, same thing. And then people accept it. See, they accept this path, accept this bhakti, just simply by accepting, hearing about it, right? We just read the verse yesterday. Wasn't that a beautiful verse there, River? She went over the chapter again. She likes gold too. See, just by accepting this devotee is so potent. Just by hearing about it, and he would speak about it, just by seeing it. Look at the potency. And by accepting it, then boom, that's the key. And the acceptance means faith. Yeah, I accept this. I want this. See, you're accepting the gift because it's a gift. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thus, the inhabitants of the city of Dwarka were in a mood of dejection. So, expected the arrival of the Lord at any moment. So, the heralding sound of the auspicious counsel was very encouraging. Yeah. Okay, let's move on here. The white and fat bowed conch shell being gripped by the hand of Lord Krishna. See the white and fat bowed conch shell? That's a mucus, man. It's white, isn't it? Being gripped by the Lord. Then that's the devotees in the grip of the Lord, man. Gripping the Lord. See, the Lord is heralding. They see that's the living herald, man. You need the life. See, that's why when devotees are here and they're preaching liberally, like Jesus Christ, like Lord Jesus, people remember them. Because there's real life, man. They put it out in the world. They weren't no shows. These no shows will never be. I'm sorry. If you're a no shower, people will forget you. Why? What have you given? You haven't shown the real path. The Lord only wants to, people in the world. He's looking for his here. He's looking for his devotees who are showing the path of devotional service. Now we're going to find something. That's why luckily I had this ecstasy. So when I got the book written by devotees, had some substance. Most devotees can't take advantage like I could. They didn't have the ecstasy. Hey, for me, it was like, whoa, boy. And then the Lord would show me, yeah, all these revelations in the book. And I lived on this for years. It was my food. Still is. Always will be. That's the only thing I pass on in this disciplic line. If people come here and accept this treasure, if you come and listen for a while, you'll see this is the real treasure. These revelations are treasure. This ecstasy is treasure.
It's transcendental. Transcendental intelligence.
Transcendental intelligence. It's the essence of truth. That's a value. Well, you think all this knowledge in the world is valuable? It's just ignorance. It's all about the material body that's going to go. It's like it's hard for me to learn stuff about the world anymore. I just kind of run more or less on autopilot from what I learned, in schools. I cannot develop. I'm trying to learn crypto because everything's going to be a new system now. And even that is so tough. I just got to make it simple, because it's like a new career. You got to learn how to do different things and all this. And it's still mundane, it's really hard. Everything to do with this developing the material. Devotees don't like to do that. They just want to develop spiritually now because they know it's real. See, so so I just trying to figure out the essence of these things. Okay, what's the essence so we can, have a currency that's stable and that's it's like our government is like going. They're really doing weird shit, man. You can see. I mean, anybody with any intelligence can see the writing on the wall. Yeah. It seemed like a white swan was playing in the stems of the red lotus flower. See, again, the conch shell is a personality. It represents a person, a devotee. See, and the breath is the Lord. It's his, it's him communing with the conch, just like the white. What does he say? It's a beautiful description there. Like the white swan was playing in the stems of the red lotus. The red lotus is that love of the devotee. See, the red lotus is the flower of devotion, opening of devotion. Yeah. And the white swan god. See, the mixing like this is very beautiful. This is Vrindavan, man. This is wonderful. Hear attentively
Taking
what.
the most beautiful out pieces of the red
Yeah,
flower.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. What I shall speak to you of transcendental knowledge about me is not only scientific, but it is also full of mystery. Yeah. So this is revelation is mystery revealed. See, the revealed scriptures reveals these mysteries, but unless you have bhakti, you can benefit, but you won't take full advantage. And when that awakens, then you can collect the valuable jewels in these revealed scriptures. Yeah. Sorry, or uncover the mystery. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love this. It's just, it's what do you call like Jesus said, give and it shall be given unto you. I mean, I just love sharing these things, and more is given. It's just how it works. You give out to me, this is, people are magnanimous. They like giving out money, coins and money, and they feel good. I feel good giving these. This is real treasure to me. I feel good giving this out. I feel happy giving this out. To me, this is charity work. Yeah, the real, yeah. And when people live, these are remnants, man. This is remnants of this worship. And then there's more food get put on the table. Yeah. Explains so good. Everybody able to understand this beautiful philosophy. Yeah, I mean, this is the next stage. How is anybody going to understand what Krishna consciousness is really about on the internal level unless you hear these kind of conversations and see this kind of worship? In other words, you have to come to this church, this temple. We're a temple. This is a temple. There are a lot of temples here. You have to come to this aggregate of temples, getting together. See, and you come and worship here. And then you can begin to understand the deeper side of Krishna consciousness, or even about deeper side of Jesus Christ, even. See, the devotees, we just read this. Those who have this kind of knowledge, like these yogendras, the 9 yogendras. This is why I just love how it all fits in, everything. Those yogendras had such deep knowledge like this. Actually, we even have more, believe it or not. We have more than them. They didn't have this incarnation of Lord Chaitanya. They couldn't take advantage. But we have like what they have. Okay. Very deep understanding. And they could go anywhere. They could go where Jesus Christ was, where the angels are. See, the angels and Jesus, they're all, they kind of have their own realm. We read that in Bible. They can go where the angels are with Jesus and all of that, and the saints of Christ. There are realms, and all these other realms described. See, because they have this deep understanding. They're not like, see, the Christians, they're more limited in that sense, or even the saints. The saints, they can't go where we go. They don't have faith in this. They only know, their Lord like Jesus and the angels, and they're all kind of in their own realm. But the deeper devotees can go in various places in the kingdom. Talk about freedom. Now that's free. See? Yeah. Why? Because we have faith in this incarnation, the Lord. Everything is inside Lord Chaitanya. All knowledge is inside, all the deepest knowledge is inside Lord Chaitanya, who is Radha and Krishna, in a more clarified expression and teaching for us. Lord Chaitanya is our Savior in that sense. His understanding and revelation in this world is our saving grace and are brought into the most amazing mansion in the kingdom of God. You know, Everything is inside him. All knowledge, isn't it? Isn't all knowledge inside him? Isn't all ecstatic mellows inside him?
He's opening all those books. He's opening.
Yeah. He opens all this understanding. Yeah. So people talk about spiritual greed a lot. Well, here's your test. Here's your test, Gaudius Mita. Do you really have it? Otherwise, you're in this mini lifetime thing. If you've got spiritual greed, you'll come and partake of this and see. Because our proclamation is this lifetime you'll get Vrindavan. Unless you're one of those stragglers that will put your foot over here and put your foot over there and make a long thing of it. There's no excuse. Those who are all in here with and come to the point of faith, they move. Look at them. They're going in Vrindavan. Look at River. Look at Lalita. Look at Johan. Look at Govinda. Look at Janaki. You see her dancing yesterday. Beautiful, happy. Even people came. Yeah, all in preaching. This people need to see and hear this kind of preaching. See, and that's the reward. If you're happy with this devotional mellows and this ecstatic worship, that's great. Then the Lord gives it, because then that's the treasure. That's your reward. For being all in and having faith in what we're preaching here. Not blind faith. You see that this is really the real deal and this is the best. That's why I'm here. If there was something better, I'd be there. And I don't, this stuff, these little neophytes, they say, oh, well, you're just in a different Ras. We all have, it's all false ego, man. Oh, we all have our individual Rasas. We're just not attracted to what you're doing, Gohari. Bullshit. You're just a bullshitter like so many out there. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just envious and jealous and can't see it. So I'll make a few comments to see what's in your way. It's not conclusive. Anybody, any Ras, you come here, you can, anything that you have in your natural relationship with Krishna will awaken. If it's gopihood, be a gopi. Manjari. If you're a intimate servant of the Lord, that'll awaken. You'll be very happy. If you like serving the Lord, it's Lord Shiva, that'll awaken too. We can handle anything and anybody. If you like worshiping Jesus, you can come here also, and you may have an expansion of your worship of Jesus Christ. I'm not here to say you got to worship. What are you talking about, man? My Lord handled everything. He didn't, if a person was a dedicated worshiper of Lord Ram and they were truly happy with that, they would do, he can handle that too. The only thing that if you're a Vaidhi Bhakti, you're going to come here, you're going to change because this is so much better. You're not going to stick with that. There's no way. How would you stick with an external anything? You're going to just claim, hey, man, this is where I'm going to go. You're around persons that have achieved the highest goal where bhakti is meant to bring you. Intimacy and ecstatic worship. Okay, anyway, let's go to the next verse here. The citizens of Dwarka, having heard that sound which threatens fear personified, in the material world, see, it threatens. You notice that? That's why you see people are threatened by our way of worship here. This ecstatic worship, it threatens them. It threatens their position in illusion. It threatens Vaidhi. That's why I say, you come here, you're going to change. It's threatening. And it's good because you're in the house of cards. You may progress and may not in this path. People have left Vaidhi. But if you go really deep in this is forever. You'll never leave this. People just fall off the tree sometimes before they bear a real fruit, in full understanding. Hey, this threat will threaten. This is our preaching, in a sense, is very threatening to the illusions, very threatening to external bhakti, too. That's why a lot of Brahmins didn't understand Nityananda's worship. It's not surprising. Even in Vaikuntha, they don't understand the worship of Vrindavan many times. Began to run towards him fast, just like having a long desired audience. Oh, just to have a long desired audience with the Lord, who is the protector of all devotees. Can't you relate to that? See, running towards the Lord. See? Who's the protector of all the devotees? You notice the protection. I hear comments all the time now. I mean, this is becoming so potent in the lives of the devotees here. The Pani saying, wow, I feel so protected by Krishna and all that. Well, that's because he has faith in what we're doing. Noodles also, oh, wow, we feel Krishna's presence. They can take shelter here. It's worthy shelter, even though they're busy. Shama Sundari, she's busy with her yoga stuff and all this, but has faith in what we're doing, gets the protection. See? This is why the idea you become a devotee of a devotee, because the Lord comes as that kind of devotee. They're very rare, my friends. You get a protection that these Vaidhi gurus can't give you. You'll feel it. There won't be anything. That's what your witness will be. You'll be one of those for others. That's the real line. Your ecstasy ripens. You always stay dedicated to where you got this bhakti. You never kick your bhakti guru away like some fools have done already. And you ripen. Otherwise, you just rot in there. You look like a devotee, but you have no life. No, this is the life, man. See, the life comes through the disciplic line and stays in. The Lord, even after his ecstatic devotion, he was so dedicated to his guru. Every day he would take a grain of sand from where his guru was born and eat that grain in remembrance of his guru. See, that's why you're always ecstatic when you remember your guru. Otherwise, you get guru aparad and then you fall off the tree. Who wants to fall off the tree, fall on your head? Anyway, that's the lesson. In some life, you have to figure it out. Why you're taking another birth is that reason. Guru aparad. And it always results in blaspheming of Guru and Vaishnavas. You become inconclusive. And the Lord, too, Lord. Hare Krishna. The citizens arrive before the Lord with their respective presentations, offering them to the fully satisfied and self-sufficient one, who by his own potency incessantly supplies others. So isn't that amazing? People are just, Prabhupada wrote, and I see this often in his purports, the people in the world are his devotees, but they're exploiting the material energy. That's what the exploitation. And the Lord is supplying them with all this material opulences, the air to breathe. We're using all of this, right? And if you're an atheist, you don't glorify God for giving it to you. You just say, oh, well, it's just here, It's just here. So by his own potency, incessantly satisfies others. Now, Lord Chaitanya quoted or made a new verse, a beautiful one. He said, all the world, my name is Vishvambara. I'm that sustainer, protector, supplier of everybody in the universes, all of them. He's doing, this is all his potencies here, all of it, all belongs to him. The demons, you notice the demons, the demigods are equally being given himself in that way, in those forms. Okay? So Lord Chaitanya made a verse up, and he said, all the world is worshiping me in these forms, but my life will be successful here if I can get people to taste this bhakti. See, so I can supply them this. So he took the duty of a planter. That's why the same thing here. It has to be done again by the guru. The Lord has to use because of their ecstatic worship. He has to do the same thing again to begin a garden of this bhakti and supply people this way. See, get this going so that people understand how to worship the Lord in intimacy and ecstasy, to awaken this bhakti in others, to jumpstart it, so get it going in you, so you can also do like he did, like we all do. See, and when you're supplied with this food, you see, oh, this is food that I didn't know of before. Ooh, this is real life. Oh, this is a real feast. This is real treasure. This is real purification. This is real protection. This is real happiness. This is everything is in this. Just being in this, being supplied with this food, with this devotional relationship. Everything is here. Yeah, that's a success here. When I see you guys feeding off of this, I thought, whoa, amazing. Makes me so happy. Because that's our food, man. We're sitting at the same table. You notice? Lord Chaitanya, Radha and Krishna, the Vaishnavas, the devotees sitting at Prabhupada's here at the table. Yeah, he's eating this food. He wrote these things. He loves this. The purports and verses. This is our food. See, when people come here, you come here after a while, you become attracted to this food. That's a secret of success. That's how you easily get liberated. That was chanting today. I was saying, well, how easy the path is. Well, how wonderful easily. It's like crossing Maya for me is just like the verse says. My life is just like crossing that water in a hoof print of a calf. But for everybody else, it's this big ocean of many illusions. I see it all the time. And I say, hey, man, come into this little pond here. Cross this ocean of Maya so easily. Come get this knowledge that all these devotees, like the 9 Yogendras had, and can go anywhere in all the universe. These people, they're trying to be sovereign with their bodies in the world. They want to be sovereign. Yeah, but it's only materially, the only physical body. There's no sovereignty. You're going to spend your whole life trying to be sovereign that way. I don't know why my thing went off. Let's switch cameras and see if it works. There we go. Switching again. Oh, it's not working. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yeah. Yes, he's sovereign. We're sovereign in our spiritual form, sovereign in this worship, in this communion with God. This is real life, man. This is real love, true everything is in this. See, that's why you cross so easily. The Lord helps us. the Lord picks us up and takes us across. Without the help of the Lord, you think, I don't need you. Therefore, you can't even know that you're a spirit soul, that you're a spiritual body. That's who you are. You can't even know that. So many people, one guy, is a new age guy. He knows things. See, people, they know to extent that these demons are taken over and all that, but they want sovereignty and they want to be, freedom and all this. And they can't be free in this world because you still think of yourself as a body. And I noticed these guys, they get drinking and smoking and they can't get over this again, and all this because inside they're thinking, well, there's no hope, these guys are taking over, and they are. This is the hope. This is beyond hope. This is assurance. Come here, man. You'll be free in your spiritual body. Then whatever happens, if you get another day, it's gravy. It's icing on the cake, man. You're free, man. You never have to do this again. No more of these draconian emperors out there. They have no jurisdiction over what we're doing here. Our transcendental Lord is our protector, isn't he? It's like Janaki says, Lord Chaitanya is her Lord and Master. She doesn't have to worry about anything. All that energy comes, all this maha, you even see that all comes from our Lord. You see, then you become neutral. You're not hating it anymore. You don't love it. You don't hate it. It's just, his energy is just not very attractive anymore. You're not attracted. See, people, the demigods, they hate the demons. Therefore, that hate is their bond. They fight them. And then the demons, they hate the good people. They hate the demigods. And that hate keeps them going like this all the time. Hey, devotees, because you're on the ultimate path, man. Devotion, pure devotion to the Lord. You look at that going on and you think you're bonded by your hate. Just like here, people, if they hate what I'm doing, here, they hate this worship. Well, you're going to love it someday. That's why I don't get my feathers aren't ruffled at the owl wolves who hate what we're doing and hate. They can't stand Janaki was dancing in happiness and but that's going to bring them to Krishna. At least they hate Krishna, who's transcendental, and they'll be purified by that bond of hate. That's Kamsa's secret. See? But the demigods and demons, they don't get this benefit. They hate each other. Better to hate Krishna. Better to hate me. That's why hate me, you gurus. This is great. Hate. Yes, bring it over here. Hate this preaching. It's their hope. Because if they don't hate the real Krishna, how are they going to find that's their bond. It's like Kamsa was always thinking about this transcendental Krishna, this ecstatic Krishna of Vrindavan. He hated him. He couldn't control him. Just like here. Hey, you gurus, you can't control me. I'm going to say whatever I want about you. Not even these followers say, oh, I like your ecstasy, but I don't like your preaching. Too bad that you can't control me. Hate this. Hate that you can't control me. Kamsa hated. He couldn't control Krishna. Hate it. See, even the camera hated it. It blocked me for a minute. Blocked my preaching. We're getting it. Even the cameras has some hate for this. See the point? This is Narada Muni taught. I'm not, hey man, don't blame me. Blame Narada, but you'll blame me, of course. Narada said, hey, that was King Vena, because there was a question. King Vena was full of envy and hate, but he didn't get the same position as Kamsa. And why did Kamsa, he didn't get the same position as Krishna? And well, because he wasn't thinking of, he wasn't hating Krishna like Kamsa was. See, so that wasn't in the picture. So he just died a demon, you know. He didn't get purified. So the secret is love or hate Krishna. Love or hate his devotees. Secret. That's how Jagai and Madai got purified. They hated the devotees preaching and they meditated and they ended up becoming purified. So, of course, you know, we have in our Sangha not those who hate, you know, they're here attracting those who love Krishna. Same result. You're bonded by your love. See, some are bonded by their hatred. See, that's how Krishna's getting the Vaidhi Bhaktis. Most Vaidhi Bhaktis hate this preaching, but they're going to be purified. Don't they? Ask Lalita, she knows. They hate her ecstatic. They hate her kissing Krishna every day. Ah, don't, you demon. No, that's their saving grace. Yeah, she had their dream about that. They said, yeah, I'm just cry tears every day. Yeah. Oh, we got somebody else here. Oh, Karuna. Oh, that guy. Yeah. So the citizens arrived before the Lord with their respective presentations, offering them to the fully satisfied and self-sufficient one. See, and that's, you know, that's really the secret. You know, our presentations, this intimate, ecstatic worship, the Lord is self-satisfied, right? So we go to Him and we're satisfied. See, fully self-sufficient in Him. You notice everything is sufficient in Him. And, you know, you'll see. You don't need all these psychology books. When you really get all your feet here and you get totally into Krishna, you get that boon, that benediction. You're fully satisfied and self-sufficient now in Him. Okay? That's why the Lord likes to enjoy this ras also. It's a ras, it's a taste being in the Lord. He likes to be in his devotee. You notice? Be in me, I'll be in you. What's that about? Oh, the whole universes are in me, but I'm not in them. But he's in his devotee. He wants to be in his devotee. He's out there sucking that bhakti, man. And the devotee just likes to give it to him because it's like, whoa, man, I love making you happy, man, feeding you. I probably should stop now, but it's hard to. I just can't stop. Incessantly supplies other. These presentations were like that of an offering of a lamp to the sun. That's what lamp, light, spiritual body. Lamp, light, spiritual body. See, light, light, light. That's us. That's the real worship. To the sun. See, looking to the sun. See, the brightness. That's why people got to look to the Son of God. See, they're the sun in this world because the sun is looking, they're a lamp looking to the sun. And you got to see the sun here. Sunshine. The sunshine. Shine. See? And then that's the line. And you become a lamp looking to the sun. You're engaged in the intimate service of the Lord. See, liberated soul now. See, because you're looking to the transcendental sun in the effective state. Now you feel the intimacy. You feel the closeness. And you stay close and you stay bright. Stay close, stay bright. Bright smile. Smile. Lord, you notice the devotees here smile. That's a symptom of staying close to the Lord. It's a transcendental symptom, that smile. You got to see it right there. Karuna's trying to work one up. The others. It's okay. The demons ask, what do we eat today? It's hate on a plate. Yeah, it keeps them going. Their hatred for the world, hatred for it's the Lord's energy, man. We're just providing a new choice for people that wasn't on the menu before. Before it was only hate the demigods on the menu and hate the demons. Now we have here, well, you can either hate us or love us. What we're doing, but we don't want this indifference. That's what we're trying to get your attention over here. you know? See, yet yet the citizens began to speak ecstatic language to receive the Lord, just as wards welcome their guardian father. See, ecstatic language. That's how it is. That's what we see here. You see the Bhagavatam manifest. A lot of devotees worshiping and speaking to the Lord and having communication in ecstatic language. Yeah. All right. Let's chant some Hare Krishna, man. Turn your microphones on. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram.
Hare Hare Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram.
Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram.
Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Rama, Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram.
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama
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 Rama,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama.
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama.
Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Radha Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
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 Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare Rama
Hare Rama
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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama
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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hey,
Hare
Larita,
Hare Rama
Hare
do you want to, you were going to go live. Do you want to just go live now?
Okay.
Yeah. 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 So let's let Lita go live because she was going to go live. So maybe she has a message for us. We'll listen. So
Okay.
everybody can go into her kunj and see what she's got to say
Thank
today.
you.
All right. So I'll go off now and then maybe River will go. Who knows?
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That was awesome today. Yes. Okay. End the stream.